Hey there, in today's video I am going to be doing press on nails or press on the lazy girl way because I want to ombre the nails, and I finally got these full cover square nails. I've always wanted full cover square nails, but I had to get these extra long ones because why not? Why not, right? Alright, so I also got the sticky foil gel from Planet Nails because I was looking for a transfer glue gel because I have the star glue and I'm tired of using this one. And if you've watched one of my recent videos, you'll know that I keep saying I'll get one because it's skanky. It does work, but it's skanky. So I thought it's time for me to throw this out. Hence the foil sticky gel. So I tried to use the foil sticky gel multiple times just to test it, and I still get patchiness. And as you can see, I've been working on it, like even on my fingernail. I've just been working on this and it just didn't really go well for me, but I ended up finding a hack. So basically, if I use it the way it should be used according to the research I've done, curing this for 10 seconds and then putting on the foil and then rubbing it on, it's just patchy. It doesn't work. I've tried different time curing, like 5 seconds, 15 seconds. It just doesn't work. So what I ended up doing was I actually put on the nail foil glue, then put on the foil and then cured it like that. And as you can see, there's a huge difference in how these transfer. You can barely see any patches. You just see the nail. Of course, like it's not perfect, but at least you get to see the difference of how the foil transferred when I cure for 10 seconds or 15 seconds or whatever, when I cure with the nail glue. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I prefer the nail to look like the one on my right compared to on the left. So this is exactly the steps that I'm gonna follow. It's not easy. I'm also wondering how I'm gonna do this when the nails are actually on my fingers. Like, how am I gonna do this? I don't know. But before I even do that, I am going to be using this foil. I should have thought about testing the foil glue with a different foil that I was going to use, but thank goodness when I started to realize that I was running out of this foil, I did grab another foil to test with. As you can see, I'm literally almost out of it because I was just busy, I was busy testing the foil. But anyway, if I had ran out of this before thinking about using a different foil, then I probably would have done a different design altogether. But this is exactly what I'm going for, this snake print looking thing. I'm just going to put this on the side, and I'm going to have my nail lamp ready right here because this is not particularly the easiest way, or rather it's the easiest way for me right now. But like I said, I'm really worried about how I'm going to do this when I have nails on me, when it's not a press on nail set, but I'm sure I'll find a way because I have a lot of foils and I don't use them much because it was just so discouraging for me to use them knowing that they would get patchy and stuff. So with this new hack, I think I might start using it more. So I'm just gonna squeeze the foil underneath, and I need to be careful because it does transfer even without curing. I think maybe I should remove the nail off the stand. Oh my word, this is gonna tear the foil. But I just want to make sure that the whole foil is covering the nail and there's no bubbles underneath it, because then that means that when I peel off, then I don't know if you can tell, there are patches underneath that I can tell that the foil glue isn't touching the foil itself. I think this was a short thingy, so I just want to make sure that the foil glue is touching the whole nail so that when I peel it off, I don't have patches, and then I'm gonna cure it like that. So that is the hack basically. I do feel like there are other patches, but I think we can cover that. So I'm just gonna cure it for 60 seconds right there. Alright, so now that is cured, I will peel where I can, and I hope the patches are not too much because, child. Okay, let me put the nail back on the stand because then it's easier to work with. And voila, look at that. I mean, this is the part that wasn't touching the nail because I had held the foil up like that. So this part wasn't touching the nail foil, and that's why it did not transfer. And it's okay. I think I did better than what I would have done without doing doing it like that. So had I been able to hold the nail, like both sides, I think this side would have touched the nail and the transfer would have been much better. So it's fine. I'm going to ombre that. And for the patches, I'm going to cover with rhinestones or whatever. I'm going to see how I'm going to make this work, but I'm going to use this matte top coat just to protect that layer, because like I said, I do want to ombre using acrylic. So I'm just protecting that layer so that it does not chip off. Oopsie, I'm so clumsy. Excuse me. At the time of filming this also, it is really cold, so it's just so hard to do anything at this point. And then I'm gonna cure this for 60 seconds. Then I'm gonna get ready to put this on my natural nails.
One eternity later.
One eternity later, okay, I am going to be using this Bling Girl 26 acrylic color. I'm gonna do the lazy girl method to put on these nails, but firstly I'm just gonna fill the back before the ombre, just the top part, with this purple, because then it matches the nails. That was a wet bead, but yeah, I must be honest, I was a little intimidated by the length of these nails, that I didn't really put them on same time, and you probably can see by the nails on my right hand that of course it's been one eternity later since I actually did this. So I'm just gonna do a layer of that purple onto the nails like that, and then I'm gonna ombre down with the nude the rest. So this is just so we close up the patches, and then the patches will at least look purple, and we won't have like clear patches per se, right? I like holding my nails down here, right, but I kind of feel like it's too far, but then when I bring it close I tend to bring it out of the camera like that. So I was thinking maybe I should zoom it in like that, and it's just a little intimidating because then you can also see my crusty nails really well. So I don't know if this is like a good angle, but I think I'm gonna try it out for a few videos to come just to see how that goes, because I kind of feel like I go out of camera a lot when I try to bring the nail up close to me, close to my face. Right, and while I wait for the acrylic to dry on the nails, I am just going to, wow, my nails look really crusty. This is the great acrylic I'm working on right now, and like I said, I think I said in one of my previous videos that this in person you can't even see, but on camera looks really bad. Anyway, what I am going to do is I'm going to use gel finishing wipe, and I'm going to wipe off my nails. I just removed nails, and that's why you see bits of acrylic there. I just removed my nails, so I don't think I want to file them any more than I already have. So I am going to use this Bling Girl rubber base gel. I don't particularly like this color, and that's why I'm using it underneath my nails so that you don't even see it, only because I also bought it, so I don't know who to gift it to, and I also don't like gifting things to people that I don't like. It kind of feels like I'm dumping on them. So I am going to use this just as a protective layer on my nails, and I'm not going to put it all the way, and then I'm going to put on the nails right on top of this. I'm never buying this. I really thought it would be like this color, right, but it's more yellow, so we're stuck with it now. And I'm also gonna try to stay on camera now that I've zoomed it in ×2. This doesn't look too cute, but let's trust the process, shall we? And there I have my crusty little nails, little nubs, looking very weird. I am going to wipe off the tacky layer from that rubber base gel, and then I'm gonna put on the nails onto my nails. I don't want to put any primer or anything. I'm just gonna use this rubber base gel as a protective layer. And also, did I also mention how intimidated I was with the length of these nails? So if they pop off, then it's okay. I'm gonna be using this Bling Girl BG11, my favorite acrylic, to put these on. And like I said, I am just a little too intimidated with the length of these nails. I don't think I've had nails this long, and I'm also deliberately putting the nails on my left fingernails so that I can learn how to work with them without them being on the way a lot, because I am right-handed. I do feel like that yellow is gonna show, but let's see if we can work around that. Okay, oh gosh, this acrylic is still wet, so maybe let's wait for it. You can definitely tell the yellow there, but I don't know if I'll be able to save that or to fix that. Oh my gosh, how do I even hold my nail? Let's zoom. Okay, now I want it to zoom out a little, but it's okay. And let's fix that and hold that there. Oh, I didn't even file the nails. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm already messing up. But that's the thumb, so that's okay. That's okay. It's me trying to convince myself that it's okay. So while we wait for that nail to dry, let me move the acrylic so that we don't have dust going into it. And what I should have done is file the nails. So we'll do the pointer finger on camera again. So I'm just gonna file off this area right here just to thin it out before I put it on my nail so that we don't have a problem with blending that area to my natural nail. Okay, let's try that again. So now with the pointer finger, I've filed off that part so that it looks a little bit flush to my natural nails. I'm just gonna put on the acrylic there and make sure there's a lot of it because the yellow does definitely show. The yellow base gel does definitely show underneath the nail, and I think I would rather have the nail look that flush than it does on my thumb because it's gonna be hard to try build the nail without the yellow showing. And I'm also not trying to put the nail all the way to my cuticle area because that's where we're gonna have the acrylic to build on top and ombre that. I hope it works well because at this point I am just freestyling. Excuse all of that. Okay, I did say that when I'm working with acrylic of my nails, I can't make it look aesthetic because I'm working. And while we're on it, while the nail is drying, I think I should just go ahead and do that. Feel like it's on there pretty good and it won't tilt, otherwise I'm screwed. This is exactly how I was planning to ombre it down like so, and let's hope for the best. Right now to encapsulate the nail, but I'm just gonna put a thin layer of the clear acrylic over the nail because when I file, I want to protect the foil from the filing because I do definitely have to file the apex. As you can see, it's not perfect, but I know that the foil is protected by the matte top coat, but I just feel like that's not enough protection. So just for a thin application right there of this clear, then I'll be fine. I don't know if I want to encapsulate the bottom part of the nail. I think it's doing pretty well. It's not like I want to file the underneath anyway, so I'm just gonna do a thin encapsulation on all the nails like that. Alright, and then I'm just gonna crispen up the nails. I know my under nails look really crusty, but I don't think I need much filing. I just need to ensure that the apex area isn't too much of a forehead looking bump. That's all. Right, so now I am going to go on with this platinum gel from Bling Girl, and I am going to use it to outline my nails. As you can see right there, excuse the crustiness on my nail. Hopefully we can fix that. I feel like now that this camera is zoomed in, you can see every little detail, and that's making me uncomfortable, honestly. That's not a neat line, and I need to be more neat with this. I think I'm just so over the set because I was supposed to have done or completed this set like a while ago, and by a while ago I mean probably a month or so ago, but I just felt a little intimidated, and now I'm like, okay, let's do this, and now I'm like not as excited about the set anymore. I don't know, I'm starting to like medium nails. Am I outgrowing this phase of really long nails? I really don't know. Right now I must say that I feel like these nails are not gonna last, but we'll see. We will see. I'm planning to wear them for at least a week, like 5 days, so I'm hoping they do make it to 5 days. And now for the rhinestones. I want to place rhinestones where there's patches. You can see patches on there, even with the thumb, which I did on camera, but patches right there. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'm not planning to put much rhinestones, especially for the ones that are in the middle, because you can hardly tell that they're patches because I used the purple acrylic. So I'm just gonna go strategically and maybe like, let's start with the pinky because that has a patch right there, and maybe just put on rhinestones on the side just to make it look like, you know, it's just little bling on the sides here and there, and then we'll just see how we go about it. I think maybe that will be enough. I'm not planning to do too much, but even if I just get like one rhinestone per color like that, they're not really cohesive, but let's see what we can do with this. I don't know, maybe just add one more, a little one maybe, and you know, it's just something small. It looks like that is what we were going for, and I'm gonna do that for the rest of the nails, just random placement of these rhinestones. And yeah, I'll be back with that. I don't think it will be necessary for me to show everything because I don't know why. I just think it's not necessary. Right, so I'm gonna go on with this top coat on all my nails. This is how I ended up just placing the rhinestones. I did try to cover the patches, but not all of them, as you can see there. Could have covered. I went with double on my index finger and just that on my thumb, and I just think it's the coolest random thing. I think I'm just over this nail set and I just want it over and done with. Like, I'm sure you can tell how much my energy has changed. I'm just so over this. Oh my gosh, it seems like this brush is so dry. It's not even bending. Can you guys see that? I just leave this right here and clean this off with the brush cleaner, and maybe let's try that again. But yeah, I'm just gonna apply top coat on all my nails, and then I am officially done with this nail set. I don't know, I did not enjoy that process much, but maybe it's because I did leave this nail set for too long. But for some reason I'm liking the length already. I kind of missed the length, but there's just something about medium length nails lately that I've just been liking. So we'll see how I go with these. Also, I haven't had nails this long, so this is going to be very interesting. I want to see how I can cope with these. Okay, so here are the final nails, and I am refusing to end this video on a low, so I am going to actually put my big girl panties on and be enthusiastic about the ending of this video, okay? Because I don't know, a part of me is liking the nails now. I think I was just so frustrated because, in fact, I don't even know why I was frustrated. I just came into doing these nails with the wrong attitude, and I think the intimidation was just, no, was not working, okay? It did not work in my favor, and I just was not liking the process altogether. But all of a sudden, I'm actually liking how the nails turned out. Very simple, you know, yes, patchy here and there, but you know, I just like how everything turned out in the end. I love these, and as much as these are long, I don't think I've had nails this long before. Hold on, let me just get one of my other longest tips that I have. Okay, so here I have the tips side by side. I think these ones that I'm currently wearing feel a little longer because they're square. It's easier to wear stiletto nails. I've done my nails with these before, but they didn't really feel half as big as the ones that I currently have. So stiletto is always easier to wear compared to square, or I think coffin is even much better. So I think the less wide they are on the tips, the better. But I clearly have worn nails this long, just because they were a different shape, they feel different. But I like these all together. I really do like these. I will link up the video of where I wore the stiletto nails up in the cards right here. You can go watch it if you're interested to see the long nails that I did with those stiletto nails. Let me know what you think about this nail set. I actually really like it. I did not like the process, but I'm actually enjoying this. I think I could have done even better had I been enjoying the process to get to this final look. If you're still watching right now, please leave a snake emoji in the comment section to let me know that you're still watching. I appreciate you for watching. Please subscribe so that you do not miss any of my upcoming videos, and I hope you stay tuned for my next video. Thanks for watching once again. Bye.